Good afternoon, guys. So today is 24th of June, and we will have to cover the current affairs of today. So the first news is related to the Karnam Malleshwari. Now, who is Karnam Malleshwari? Karnam Malleshwari is the first woman Olympic medal from India, and she is now the Vice Chancellor of the Delhi Support University. And there are major plans by the Delhi government with regard to the making a pool of people who will be better suited to perform in Olympics. So by 2048, Delhi is basically vying for hosting Olympics, but we have to create the infrastructure and the facilities that are needed to be provided. So that has been the case here. The next news is with regard to the banks. Get asset worth rupees 8,441 crore from ED, that is the Enforcement Directorate. And डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, बस ये ध्यान रखिए that some of the amount has been covered, that is 40% of the amount. The second one is Modi to meet Jammu Kashmir leaders today. So what will come out of this particular meeting we will yet have to see, but that has been the plan what the government have promised. The next one is the Assam two-child policy to stop, Kerala capital bucks trend. So all the states basically have reported or under-reported whatever the actual deaths have been. But in the state of Kerala, the actual death and the deaths that are related to the actual estimates of the government are currently close. There have been a lot of unaccountable deaths, but that the maximum amount of difference we have seen is in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and the minimum amount of difference we have seen in the state of Kerala. I hope this is clear. The next news is related to Assam two-child policy will stall development. So I hope क्या issue है Assam का. I have already given my opinion on it. Why child population policy does not work, that is the one thing that you have to debate about. And if you want to say that it is a good policy, you also have to work out for the total fertility rate of Assam, that is just about 1.9% below fertility rate. So basically protecting the indigenous community from the migrant community is the preference of the government, so that their population does not exceed, and over the years there should not be an adverse impact with regard to the election scenario in the state. So ये major objective है. The next one is the Kashmir outreach and Afghanistan. इसको पढ़ लीजिएगा. I don't think there is anything new. Suhasini Heather have basically written, although she tried to be very informed, but I did not find anything informing in this article. Again, the same issue, the border situation with regard to Pakistan and China, the internal issue with regard to the Kashmir. The last one is the US factor and the dialogue with Pakistan. So she have only commented on the current items, but the opinion are highly... Actually, I was not able to basically have any opinion from this article. Okay. So she have just defined there is a complex regional claim for India's security interest, and she have defined all the problems, but she have not picked up one line. She have defined that China is doing this, China is doing that, Pakistan is doing this, USA is doing this in Afghanistan, China, Pakistan can collaborate. China can also create a threat on the border. They are going to increase their supplies, वगैरह वगैरह. So what India should do, that is not being decided. तो जो भी इंडिया की ऑफिशियल पॉलिसी है, मीडिएशन बैक चैनल विद पाकिस्तान, काउंटरिंग चाइना विद यूएसए, बट यूएसए वांट्स balancing power. India on its own cannot balance power. Russia cannot be trusted to be a true weather friend. So that has been the case here. So engaging Iran is the same issue. Block dozen of Iran linked website basically have created a trouble between the two people. Now in that trouble, there have been a lot of problem with regard to the hardliners. So there is a state-owned press which is spreading disinformation. That is the reason that have been given. Okay. तो इसको पढ़ लीजिएगा, ये भी important नहीं है. Next one is the feminist approach to technology. अच्छा, इस आर्टिकल को आप खुद पढ़ लीजिएगा. I'm not interested at all in this article. Highly biased article, although it is written by Mohammad Nadiri, who is the regional head of the United Nations Women Asian Pacific, but all objectives that how the women are marginalized is not being discussed. And I will give you 2 or 3 points that will better explain that how the women are marginalized. First of all, the accessibility of the women to digital technology is less, specifically in the older ages. Secondly, the financial decisions are directly proportional to the accessibility of the digital technologies at current time and also going to be in the future time. So women need to be better educated with regard to the digital technology uses of the financial resources. Secondly, how to make themselves safer online is the responsibility or the training that the women should be provided on individual level or at schools, or for that say every children below the age of 18 years should also be provided a training that could specifically work for the better information and the better availability of, you can say, problems that they are facing. So counselings, trainings, information could be provided. And other than that, there have been, I think, again and again tracking of the data and the other things that are needed to be basically taken into account. तो ये सब चीजें जो हैं, ये 3-4 प्रॉब्लम definitely it is with the women. They have to be basically done. Other more that what they have said is that more women applications are needed to be promoted online. Majorly, the applications that are online are majorly favoring the man. So I find it highly skewed because maybe the research work that she had to do, she have not done her research work and she have just made an acquisition, because we have seen multiple applications on availability that are specifically for the women. So for example, you can track your cycle, the menstrual cycle. You can also have certain application that basically advises you on what kind of medicine you should have during pregnancies, or what kind of care you should need to do during pregnancies. There are companions with regard to the pregnancies and the things that you can basically read and talk about, or the information that you need to have. So ये सब चीजें जो हैं, they are online. So you should be only worried about the better accessibility, affordability, and the availability or protection of the women online. So that is a whole ecosystem that you have to change. But she have currently focused only on women, which is, I don't go by such articles, but this is what she have given the name. Feminist technology is called as femtech. So I do not understand from which point the technology should be becoming more feminine. The feminine technology is just meaning more easier to drive. So for example, you can also call the removal of the gear levers as a feminine technology, but much of the men also prefers it. In the cities, they do not want to change gears all the time, so therefore they switch over only to the automatic transmission system. I hope this is clear. Okay, the next one is the union government has a unifying effect. Now, very important article. Please remember, this article goes to, as you can see from the picture, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar is sitting in the center, and these are the members of the Constituent Assembly in the February 1948. Please remember, there are multiple things that are needed to be debated regarding to the union. Again, going by the Article 1 of the Constitution, what does B.R. Ambedkar explain in the class? I think you know it very well from the polity. I have gone in detail with regard to whatever has been the vision of the union, vision of Mr. B.R. Ambedkar. He specifically mentioned that under Article 1, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. And when we talk about shall be a union of state, the question has been raised that if it is a union government, that is a unitary government, does not it encroach upon the rights of the state? In that sense, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar have very clearly set the objectives that although we are a union by definition, that means the states cannot secede from the union. It is an indestructible union of destructible state, but the center government have the power basically to create any of the new states and any of the alter the areas names or even creation of the new states if they passed by the parliament. Now, with regard to that, there have been very clarification that both the union and the states are independent in their sphere in whichever manner they want to act or in whichever manner they basically want to have their influence. In the executive government or the executive head of the union is the president and the executive head of the state is the governor. The question here arises that the Tamil Nadu government decision have recently changed the term central government to the union government. Now, why the name changes are very important. That is what has been explained. So he have explained that why the union word was allowed in the constitution. What does B.R. Ambedkar mean by the word of union? And what are the criticisms that are pertaining to it? So what was the criticism? Again, वो class वाला जो हमने कहा था, that it is union in nature. You have given extraordinary power to the center. In normal scenarios, in extraordinary scenario, it will be there. But the Supreme Court have made it clear again and again, specifically in the S.R. Bomai judgment. In S.R. Bomai judgment, the Supreme Court have made it clear that although the center government have been given skewed power with regard to the control over the state, it can't be arbitrary, it can't be without wisdom and without application of mind. So that has been the case, that they are individual in this sphere, but you also have to respect the autonomy of the state in taking the decisions and passing the law. If a state does not want it, the central government cannot arm twist it. They have to respect the value of the state and the wisdom of the state, and also the right of the state basically to getting recognized in the same manner. So I hope this is clear. The next news is related to IF Navy basically conducted a PASEC exercise in Indian Ocean region in USA. इसको ध्यान रखिएगा, not important. Okay, it's a concern that I was telling you. China raising new units near border. Jaishankar have also affirmed this particular news. He have said that whatever has been agreed on the paper, if it is not confirmed by China, China have hit back on India that they are only protecting their own borders, and India should basically put a restraint on the statement that they are issuing on the international platforms with regard to unnecessary provocation or unnecessary making things taking a disaster turn if they are not encroaching upon certain of the territories, and the intention is not to intimidate but only to protect their own territory. As for such that India is going to attack China. It seems funny to Indians now, but this is what China's explanation has been. The next one is gray matter loss seen after COVID. So brain imaging, as it was done, it was found that after the COVID, as the person will lose smell and taste, so there was a reduction in the gray matter in the brain. So all the persons who have been suffering from COVID, maybe there is a risk that is associated for a long-term old age dementia that may be seen. So that has been another part that we have to be aware about, because it is going to be a problem with regard to the people who have suffered today, but it is going to be a problem in the next 10 to 20 years. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Okay, so I think that is it for today.